Next, we're going to run through your fax icon. Once you've clicked on the fax, you'll see that it shows at the very top of the page here your recipient box. Just like in your email, you have the option to choose where you're sending it to, or it's going to auto-populate like the email. However, with the fax, you have to add a recipient. Once you click add a recipient, you'll then come to this manual entry where you then will be able to type in your fax number using this keypad shown here. Just a quick note, however you have had to type in your fax numbers previously with the older machine, you'll do the same thing here on this new machine. So if it requires a 9, then you'll still use your 9, or if you require a 1, you'll still use your 1. But once you've typed out your fax number, you'll see that the add button pops up for you on the right, and that right there is where you'll just click the add check mark. Then you'll see your number show up in the recipients list, and you'll click your send button up in the right hand corner. This is going to send out your basic fax job. You'll also notice below the fax number that you have some basic settings available. At the very top, you have your double-sided and single-sided options, and this will just give you some basic combinations that you get to choose from. Below the double-sided options, you'll find your original type, so if you want it to change from a text, you can scan it as a photo or a photo and text. You also have a lighting and darkening option, so if you want to lighten that document up, you'll move it all the way to the left, and if you want to darken it up, you'll move it all the way to the right. Next is your original size button. This just allows you to tell the machine from the beginning if you have an odd size document. You can go into your preset scan area and force that document to any size that's shown in this list. Below preset, you have a custom scan area that allows you to type in your own custom size paper. And then below that, you also have your mixed size originals. The mixed size originals just allows you to scan multiple size pages at the same time when you're faxing out. Below the original size, they do give you a cover sheet option. This is more of a generic cover sheet that it gives you. So if you do have your own cover sheet that you normally use, I would recommend using that still. However, this allows you to put in a to comment, a from comment, and then just a message on the right here that you can put into that body. At the bottom of this list, you'll find your build job. This is going to be the same as the copy build job and the email build job. So this is if you're scanning a huge 300-page job and you don't want to have to scan each set that is split up as separate documents. You can turn the build job function on, and it will hold all of your scans into the machine until you're ready to submit them as one file after you've scanned both sets. You also have your show additional features. This will expand your list, giving you some image adjustments that you can make and some fax settings. You'll notice at the top it gives you a sharpness adjustment, a resolution adjustment, and an auto background suppression adjustment. The auto background is set to default on for the fax, and what this will do is remove any color or shadow from any color copy that you might be trying to fax out. Below that, you also have a contrast button, a book faxing button, and then all of your fax settings at the very bottom of the page. In these fax settings, you'll find you have a delayed send, confirmation report, starting rate, send header text, and a reduce split. With these settings, you do have the ability to change either one. The confirmation report is set to print on error only at the moment. However, if you do need that confirmation, you will just click on the setting that you want and change it to the print confirmation always. This is a one-time change, as are all of the settings in these pages. So once you've changed a setting, you don't have to worry about it locking that in for the next user, because the machine will change everything back to the default after its timeout screen has counted down. Every machine in the district does have a timeout screen that will pop up after the machine has not been touched or the screen has not been touched for about 30 seconds. The machine will then clear itself out, reset all of the settings back to the default settings, and log you out if you have yourself logged in for email. At the bottom of the fax, you will also notice you still have your reset button, which is individual for this specific app, that if you just want to reset all of your settings back to the beginning for fax, this will then send it back to the top of the page and send your settings back to the default settings. Once you are finished using any of your applications, you will notice that you have a home button to the right of the screen. Once you click this home button, that will take you back to the main page, showing you all of your different applications that are available to you. Also on this panel, you'll see that your power button is located in the top right corner. If you click this, this will give you the option to cancel, restart the machine, put the machine into a sleep mode, or power off the machine completely. Next to that, you'll find your pause button. Now the pause button is located on the touch screen. This button will allow you to pause your jobs in the middle of a complete job. So say you've sent out 100 pages, but you wanted to pause that, you would then have the ability to pause that job from here. Also on this home page, you'll find your reset button. And what this will do is reset all of the applications all at the same time. So this is separate from the reset button that is within each application, as those will only reset the app that you're in, whereas this reset button on the main page will reset all of the apps. You also have a login button in the top left corner. This is just going to show you what your username is once you've logged in for your email. This is also another option you can use to log out once you're finished, and that will take you out of the machine altogether. Now below the copy, email, and fax, you'll find there is a jobs folder. This will show you any jobs going through the machine. This will give you a rundown of the completed jobs, jobs that have failed, jobs that are held for resources, and any other type of error that might have shown up for any specific job. If you do need to delete a job, this is where you will go, and you'll find that your job is lit up in the top of the screen, and when you click on that job, you'll see an option to delete that job. This is the same location that you will also find your secure job prints. So as you'll see through your print preferences at your computer when you're trying to print a job, if you decide to use secure job, this is where you will go to find your secure job prints. You'll simply click on the secure jobs and you'll find your job in the list. Once you've selected your job, you'll then type in your passcode that you've selected at your computer and then give the option to release that job or delete that job. Last but not least, the device button that is located in the very bottom of the screen here. This is going to be mainly for service techs, IT, and your support. You should not need to go into this button for any other reason except for if you do happen to need to check your supply levels. You'll find this yellow button here in the middle of the list, which will then show you all of your toner levels, what percentages they're at, and if you click on that color, it will give you an estimated pages remaining.